creation, welcoming a sacred birth. Assembled, worship rising without restraint. Praise resounded beyond all borders, echoing through unseen realms. Ancient writings stood confirmed, prophetic words completed fully. What the faithful long awaited arrived as heaven intended. Poured across the earth, eternal purpose touched creation, welcoming a sacred birth. Those who heard departed swiftly, seeking what had been revealed. Eyes beheld the promised sign, just as heaven had declared. Voices carried news abroad, astonishment filled many homes. Nothing spoken fell untested, every word fulfilled in time. Heaven opened in the night, glory poured across the earth, eternal purpose touched creation, welcoming a sacred birth. Heaven opened in the night, glory poured across the earth, eternal purpose touched creation, welcoming a sacred birth. Spoke through signs and wonder, a promise now made known. Long before the night arrived, prophets spoke with holy sight. From ancient scrolls a ruler named, arising from the darkened time. A sign prepared for waiting eyes, set within the vast above. Heaven marked the moment clear, declaring God's redeeming love. A star announced the coming King, foretold by words of old. Heaven spoke through signs and wonder, a promise now made known. Wise men studied sacred signs, reading what the heavens said. From distant lands they journeyed forth, by ancient truth and vision led. Royal gifts in humble hands, gold and incense carried far. Every step confirmed the word, written first among the stars. A star announced the coming King, foretold by words of old. Heaven spoke through signs and wonder, a promise now made known. Angels fill the open fields, voices sounding heaven's praise. Shepherds heard the message spoken, peace declared for all their days. Fear gave way to sacred awe, as heaven's news was plainly told. A Savior born for all the world, the story prophets long foretold. A star announced the coming king, foretold by words of old. Heaven spoke through signs and wonder, a promise now made known. Signs converged in perfect time, heaven, earth, and human sight. Miracles aligned as one on that long-awaited night. What was promised, sealed, and sent, now revealed for all to see. From ancient hope to living truth, God fulfilled His mystery. A star announced the coming King, foretold by words of old. Heaven spoke through signs and wonder, a promise now made known. The birth that changed all time began when promise entered human life. What prophet spoke through ancient days was fulfilled for all to know. Long before the night appeared, words were written, sealed in hope. A ruler promised from old lines, a child who carried heaven's gold. From David's house the promise stood, declared through voices long before. Generations waited patiently for what that moment would restore. The birth that changed all time began when promise entered human life. What prophet spoke through ancient days was fulfilled for all to know. In the fullness of that hour, heaven moved with perfect aim. Angels spoke to earthly ears, proclaiming peace in God's own name. Shepherds heard the message clear, left their watch and hurried on. What they found confirmed the word, a Savior born before the dawn. The birth that changed all time began when promise entered human life. What prophet spoke through ancient days was fulfilled for all to know. The birth that changed all time began when promise entered human life. What prophet spoke through ancient days was fulfilled for all to know. From the east came searching kings, watching signs across the night. Ancient wisdom drew them near, following heaven's guiding sight. Gifts prepared for royal honor laid before the promised child. Nations bowed in humble awe at the King so meek and mild. The birth that changed all time began when promise entered human life. What prophet spoke through ancient days was fulfilled for all to know. Every sign aligned in truth, every word stood firm and sure. What was hidden now revealed, God's salvation strong and pure. From that night the world was altered, history forever changed. Through a child in human form, eternal purpose was arranged. The birth that changed all time began when promise entered human life. What prophet spoke through ancient days was fulfilled for all to know. Gladness stirred among the faithful. Mary lifted songs of praise, for God had looked with favor on her. Elizabeth spoke words of blessing, joy awakened in her voice. What was spoken long before now was moving into view. Rejoice, the promise lives today. God has kept His sacred word. Joy resounds across the ages at the coming of the Lord. When the appointed moment came, a child was born in David's town. Angels filled the night with praise, declaring peace for all the earth. Heaven's message carried joy, good news meant for every soul. God had entered human time, just as ancient words foretold. Rejoice, the promise lives today. God has kept His sacred word. Joy resounds across the ages at the coming of the Lord. From the east came learned kings, watching signs they understood. When the star revealed the place, great rejoicing filled their spirits. They brought treasures fit for honor, placing gifts before the child. Nations bowed in reverent awe, seeing promise now revealed. Rejoice, the promise lives today. God has kept His sacred word. Joy resounds across the ages at the coming of the Lord. Every sign aligned in truth, every promise firmly kept. What was spoken through the prophets now stood present in the world. From that moment history turned, hope was born for all mankind. Through this child God made it clear, His salvation had arrived. Rejoice, the promise lives today. God has kept His sacred word. Joy resounds across the ages at the coming of the Lord. Rejoice, the promise lives today. God has kept His sacred word. Joy resounds across the ages at the coming of the Lord. Worship at the cradle place, hands together, spirits glad. Christmas throws the world in praise, turning every moment bright. Bells are ringing through the town, laughter echoes door to door. Families gather close tonight, sharing gifts and moments warm. Candles glow in window frames, smiles are spread across the room. Season calls all hearts to sing, celebration now in bloom. Worship at the cradle place, hands together, spirits glad. Christmas throws the world in praise, turning every moment bright. Snowy paths and busy roads, footsteps mark a joyful pace. Songs are sung by young and old, familiar tunes we all embrace. Kindness moves from hand to hand, greetings shared with cheerful tone. This is Christmas lived aloud, joyful moments freely shown. Worship at the cradle place, hands together, spirits glad. Christmas throws the world in praise, turning every moment bright. Music dances through the night, rhythms spark a festive mood. Tables filled with stories told, memories shaped by gratitude. Every laugh becomes a gift, every smile a sacred sign. This is worship dressed in joy, faith expressed in simple time. Worship at the cradle place, hands together, spirits glad. Christmas throws the world in praise, turning every moment bright. From the city to the homes, carols travel far and wide. Peace is spoken, hope is shared, love is lived, not pushed aside. Season draws the world as one, calling all to celebrate. This is Christmas, warm and true. Worship at the cradle place. Worship at the cradle place, hands together, spirits glad. Christmas throws the world in praise, turning every moment bright. Worship at the cradle place, hands together, spirits glad. Christmas throws the world in praise, turning every moment bright.
Hope proclaimed to every people, love for all humanity.
In Bethlehem a child was given, promised long through ancient days. He came not only for one people, but for the world in every place. A gift announced by heaven's message, good news spoken clear and true. A child sent for every nation, God's own plan revealed to you.
A child for all the nations, given for the world to see. Hope proclaimed to every people, love for all humanity.
Angels spoke to fields nearby, words that carried far and wide. Do not fear, the message sounded, God's salvation now arrives. Not for kings alone or rulers, not for one or favored few, but for every tribe and language, this great gift is offered you.
A child for all the nations, given for the world to see. Hope proclaimed to every people, love for all humanity.
From the east the travelers journeyed, guided by the sign they knew. They brought their gifts before the child, honoring the king so true. Different lands and distant cultures gathered at his humble side, showing he was born for many, welcomed far and welcomed wide.
A child for all the nations, given for the world to see. Hope proclaimed to every people, love for all humanity.
Prophets spoke of peace and justice, of a reign that would not cease, one whose rule would bless the nations, bringing righteousness and peace. From that night in Bethlehem, history began anew, for the child was sent to save us, God's eternal promise true.
A child for all the nations, given for the world to see. Hope proclaimed to every people, love for all humanity. A child for all the nations, given for the world to see. Hope proclaimed to every humanity. A child for all the nations, given for the world to see. Hope proclaimed to every people, love for all humanity. A child for all the nations, given for the world to see. Hope proclaimed to every people, love for all humanity.
Peace was spoken over mankind as the child was brought to life. In the town of Bethlehem, during Caesar's decree, Mary brought forth her firstborn child, just as heaven had foreseen. There was no room among the inns, so a humble place was found, where animals once gathered close, the promised child lay down. Glory came to Bethlehem, heaven touched the earth that night. Peace was spoken over mankind as the child was brought to life.
The quiet town held shepherds through the dark, watching over flocks with care before the angels mark. A messenger stood before them and fear filled every face, but words of promise quickly came, announcing heaven's grace.
Glory came to Bethlehem, heaven touched the earth that night. Peace was spoken over mankind as the child was brought to life. Do not fear, the angel said, for good news now I bring. Today is born in David's town a Savior, Christ the King. A sign was given for them all, a baby wrapped and laid. And suddenly the heavens filled with praise, the angels made. Glory came to Bethlehem, heaven touched the earth that night. Peace was spoken over mankind as the child was brought to life.
The shepherds left their flocks behind to see what God had done. They found the child with Mary there and Joseph by her side. They spoke of all they'd seen and heard, then praised the Lord on high. For everything had come to pass exactly as declared.
Glory came to Bethlehem, heaven touched the earth that night. Peace was spoken over mankind as the child was brought to life. Glory came to Bethlehem, heaven touched the earth that night. Peace was spoken over mankind as the child was brought to life.
The Savior rules in majesty. Human voices rise in celebration, while seas and fields echo the sound of praise. Rejoice, the world now welcomes him. The promised King has come to reign. His glory fills the world we know, forever changed by his great name. No longer ruled by sin and grief, no broken ground remains the same. He comes to pour out heaven's gift, wherever brokenness once ruled. Rejoice, the world now welcomes him. The promised King has come to reign. His glory fills the world we know, forever changed by his great name. He governs all with faithful truth, his mercy shaping every land. The nations witness who he is, his goodness and unfailing love. Rejoice, the world now welcomes him. The promised King has come to reign. His glory fills the world we know, forever changed by his great name. Rejoice, the world now welcomes him. The promised King has come to reign. His glory fills the world